swarming him. That's unreal. Somehow, they all took weird enough routes that it gave Acor 3 one-on-one fights. It's still an incredible clutch.
I was actually about to say, man, they're just gonna rush him so that he can't fight them one at a time. And I thought, there's no way. Look at the Cillian. I actually cannot even believe it.
The unfortunate thing, well, not unfortunate, but that sequence actually overshadows how incredible of shooting Yumpy did. That triple kill that he had from over in front of Ivy was unbelievable on the cross. And Acor just steals all of his thunder just like that.
I mean, yeah. That could well be the difference. What a way to get the team fired up. We got a classic buy in the second round here. And, I mean, it worked for Mad Lions. Why wouldn't it work for ENCE, especially if they can just do some early damage? And that MP5 on Shush can pick again. He does that all the time now.
They need to get some players inside to the center bomb site to help Sergey. He's only got the deagle. There's the double drop. That's a late peek in for the two defenders. There goes Sergey. So it'll be a 3-round lead. It's going to be 10-7 for Mad Lions, and they're going to rip everything out of the hands of this defense. Alu has no idea once creeping up through the bomb train. That's a Cillian right through the smoke, no fear. And he's already going to call out their location. So I think I would be surprised if Mad Lions didn't hunt down these scouts.
That is tempting, isn't it? Especially when you got a lot of people left that have health for it. You've got smokes and flashbangs. You can probably guess where they're hiding. It is sort of the #1 spot. Well, didn't have a scout there, Roy. No scope on the gun, but pretty effective in finding the kill. And 1 health left on Liampi. He's going to do one more tack. Oh, it's a good no scope. Oh, and even trying to find him with the knife for Cillian. I mean, 1 health left on Liampi. A lot of trust in their own play there. You know, feeling that good about it. Don't want to start the knife kills just yet. Just saying it. It's too early.
Not yet. I'm still stunned from that pistol round. That's an unreal turn of events. ENCE should be looking at a 9-8 lead at the moment. Instead, they're just stuck on 7. 1 flashbang for Sunny. But all 5 players outside, 3 of them at the bomb train. They're looking for that flashbang in the sky when Mad Lions eventually does commit, and we'll see what that can do. It's a long shot, but at least it gives you a chance.
It's also hard to throw one in this particular yard that isn't, you know, if it falls into the middle behind the trains, then anyone, you know, the E-box won't be flashed. It's like, how do you find that flashbang to be perfect? There we go, and it works really well against the Cillian. But the cleanup crew is here, and they'll do their job just fine. So, I mean, it's pretty good. They've also taken down Roy. Sergey will fall last. So, I mean, for $200, that's a pretty good outcome.
Yeah, it probably would have been way more effective if they'd done it on the second round with all the deagles in hand, when you could actually shut people down quickly. Either way, you're right. $200 investment, and you've taken about $6,000 or $7,000 worth of equipment away from the Mad Lions side, so not shabby investment at all. That's a great return. But now ENCE need to start putting rounds on the board. Double up setup immediately. Alu's glass cannon. Yumpy has the other one. And 3 M4s to surround the ops.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the things that's going to be hard to break through, I think, from Mad Lions' point of view. Maybe they will go and hit the B-bomb side the same way that ENCE did a bunch in the first half when they were super successful with. If they go right now, Sergey's alone in them, and that could get really awkward. He's got 1 Molotov to buy some time. And they have the smoke up there to try and prevent the ops from C-Connector to do much of anything. So, you know, they're going to run right through, and that does expose them. Alu getting the 1 kill, and they're going to fall off the high ground really quickly to avoid losing anyone else.
They're going to need to save. I don't even like that they're even this close. You cannot lose those double ups. Certainly now.
What?
This has to be the call to back off. But they're not. They're sticking around. This is way too much.
How?
Way too much. And they're going to try and back away now, but they might get caught. Yeah, 1 more goes down. What a blunder from ENCE.
I would like to request a replay of Acor's kill against Alu in this round. It was through the smoke, but I swear Alu was really far back. I can't even really figure out how he could have got the angle. Maybe I'm wrong entirely, but that could be fun to see. 12-7. And yeah, you called it right off the bat before any more kills were had there. That it was maybe time to back on out, and it cost them everything. So that's a bit difficult.
It's interesting seeing ENCE kind of fall prey to their own strategy. Remember in the first half how heavily they pressured that B bomb site in the first 5 or 6 rounds. And especially in that round where you buy but you don't have all the nades, like Sergey's gonna need some help. It just came in way too late, and obviously once the hit starts going forward, Madlines does a great job of putting smokes deep into the connectors, deep into the choke points to make sure any rotation that comes in from ENCE, it's not just that, you know, the timing is off, but even rotating over, they have no vision once they get there.
See what they do. Yeah, double drop, but slight variation as one guy will jump out. Ooh, nice grenade. And Alu will even clean up Bubsky. Finally a bit of a return, but it's a 2-on-2. And Sergey is in Pop Dog right now with an AK-47 to take down Roy. What a great round here from ENCE. This could be a bit of a recovery for them if they could win this.
But it's Acor. But it's Acor, and he's had a phenomenal game so far. He's already had the pistol round 1 versus 3 clutch that made absolutely no sense. However, Sergey should be able to handle this. No bomb on Acor, 45 seconds left. That's some nice music to break the tension.
Yeah, it didn't set up the atmosphere we're looking for at all.
It's like some river dance going on in the train showers.
Ooh, making more noise coming down. Didn't see the guy on top of the train. Maybe could have, but he was focused on something else. Oh, and yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Yampi will take him down. Good round from ENCE. 8-12. Starting to have a little bit of luck go their way, which I think is fortunate. Mad Lions.
I think they really needed that round. I think they really had to have that. Not just because it was the first round they've won in the second half, but also by you know, losing the pistol in that fashion. I think you needed to win a save round at some point so that you didn't let Mad Lions get so far ahead. There's still a great opportunity for ENCE to come back into this on the CT side. 4 rounds back at 8-12, and a double up set up again for the Finnish defense.
Yeah, and even then, you know, their economy is not that good, so they need to keep winning right here. Mad Lions also spent all of their money in the round, so this 21st round could be one of those pivotal ones. Oh, Roy, he's bumping into someone, as you know. If he keeps moving forward, he's got to wonder. Oh, but Sonny will win the fight. Okay, well, now they're going to go, and they're going to go quick right into that orb of Alu, taking down Acor. Is he going to go back for more? Yes, he will, and Bubsky takes him down. Deep Molotov to try and stop the bomb. Keep trading inside of it, but it's going the way, it was the way of ENCE. 1 versus 2 now for Bubsky. He's low on health, and on top of the train, one is right underneath him. That's one good kill, but he had no way to look for Sergey. An expensive round, but Mad Lions don't get the bomb plant.
Yeah, they'll be happy with the victory, but it's expensive because they're just, you know, throwing bodies out connector one by one by one and hoping that eventually Mad Lions is going to think there's no more bodies to throw at them. This is just them trading the whole way down the sidewalks. Asilian does a decent enough job, actually does a great job. And that's a winnable 1-on-2, just unfortunately never saw Sergey. ENCE should get a bit of a reprieve, they can take a deep breath here up against the Glocks. But they have to keep players alive. This is a round where they have to build a buffer for themselves moving forward.
Yeah, they desperately need that. Haven't had any economic freedom in this second half here. Roy gets the 1 kill, and Asilian has another Glock, so that'll be a nice sigh of relief, I think, right here for the ENCE side. They're going to be happy about this.
Still just the 1 AWP though. We've seen ENCE. I mean, Mad Lions was able to run a double op setup pretty decently in the first stages of the opening half, and keep it alive, keep it going round to round. It was effective. ENCE have not been able to establish that. They've had a double op 2 or 3 times in the second half, and it's been ripped away pretty much each time, whether it's by loss, whether it's just by dropping the op on the ground and not being able to recover it. So Alu's going to stick with the only AWP. 2 rounds back as Mad Lions call a timeout. Galil being picked up. AK's being picked up. Mad Lions going to battle for this round.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's probably fine. I guess the worry that they have to have is if they can't at least do the same amount of damage. When they have those rounds, right, like they had the other round where they were in B and it was a one-on-one, any round that ends like that, Mad Lions probably just shrug and say, okay, well, we win the next one, their economy is gone, so that's fine. What they have to be worried about are those flawless or near flawless rounds from ENCE, so see if they can make sure and do some damage in this round as a minimum, and maybe even start to win. They are 4 rounds away from picking up this map, so it's a good trend for now.
Yeah, still, ENCE have recovered well enough in this where you'd think they have a good shot of coming back and stealing this map away as well. Their map pick. Aerial playing anti-flash. He's pushed up in towards T-mid. He's got a teammate, Sunny, there to take attention away, or at least be some kind of a distraction. It's not much, but it might buy Aerial a half second. Really, it's all about his timing on the turn after the pop flash. If there is a pop flash.
Yeah, a lot of things that could work out well and also go horribly wrong in this. Sunny looking away. Aerial now has to stop playing that anti-flash position. They're going to smoke it up. That's actually a really good smoke. 48 seconds. Are they going to come through? It feels like they might. Aerial here going to get the first kill. Goes for the second as well. And that's a huge problem. They're inside of B, and Acor's got the bomb over at main. Sergey will pick up one, and that's the round. Man, 2 individuals for ENCE to bring down all of Mad Lions.
Yeah, that's an interesting round for Mad Lions, especially out of a timeout. 2 players trying to come through a smoke in T-mid, taking the risk. 2 players also trying to be quiet and sneaky and walk into the inner bomb site. Good spray control from Sergey on that second kill as well. And all 5 players survived so far. How aggressive does Acor want to be? He's got the bomb. I guess he's going to make a run for the plant, and he's going to get spotted. Nice headshot, but he does go down. Takes 1 weapon away, forces 1 single rebuy. And ENCE 1 round back.
I mean, it's really tough to deal with when that smoke goes down in main, because at 48 seconds, you know, it'll be sort of, you know, just entering into what, like 32 seconds or something by the time it really starts to go away. So yeah, then you have a lot of time.
Yeah, I'd need to watch that back, because I do, like, after the thought, I don't know exactly what the strategy was going to be at the end game, but 2 players close to hitting inside the way they walked in, and 2 players trying to come through that smoke in T-mid. I'm kind of trying to think of what the end game might have been if that was going to be some kind of a fake. Because, I mean, I would make sense if they were trying to come through the smoke to coordinate a hit out ladder room as well, right? And maybe that was the plan, and the 2 players just kind of changed it up, but the bomb was still on Acor, who's in T-mid as well. Good shot from Alu, the jumping Assylian. And it's just Bubsky, the last one remaining, and he's been spotted out as well. It's just a matter of time. So we're going to be all tied up down the stretch, Anders. 12-12. ENCE have completed the comeback. And now it's about being dominant for these final 4 rounds needed for either one of these teams. 4 rounds away from taking the map.
Yeah, they've set themselves up so nicely, and they've got the double orb in play. Even behind that, they have a lot of money to work with. They're not immediately about to be reset. I mean, all of the trends right now pointing towards ENCE being the first to get to 16. I would like to see a change of pace for Mad Lions. I feel like right now they are getting, you know, picked apart from much of this slow play. So, yeah, maybe just get like a basic read and then try and go for it.
Oh, that's a good nade. They're going to push behind it, but it's an AK. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Wait, there's still 1 player up above. Sunny can be the hero. There's no way they expect a 3rd player at this inner bomb site, so Sunny can actually pass on all the information. No one's in the site. Stay outside. Aerial must win this as well. This is a really tense round for ENCE.
Yes, it is. Shush. Guarding on the one side, Sunny waiting for that bomb plant, and he's got to be a little bit nervous that nothing's been heard. Yampi's over at main at the same time, so you're right, Aerial has to win his fight, and Sunny probably has to get a couple of kills. There's the first fight being won. Sunny sneaking in. Oh no, he transferred too early. He wanted them both, and that might have cost them the round. Just a little bit of greed. A call to take down Aerial, and now Yampi 1 versus 3. And this AWP, I mean, even with the money they have, it's expensive throwing it away.
Oh my god, Sunny is going to be so pissed. I don't even think that was greed. I think he was so convinced the first burst was going to be a headshot kill that he was just ready to get that second. He played that round so perfectly as you possibly could in that position, and he doesn't get anything for it. Yumpy has no idea. Roy has just outpositioned and outmaneuvered him, and that's going to be a freebie. All picked up, likely to be passed over to Acor. 13-12. What a catastrophe.
Yeah, well and truly. And again, it started off so nicely, but they just catch them. I can't believe they actually got both those kills. And that's where it goes horribly wrong.
I think that timing for Sergey is really unfortunate. I don't think they expected that peak to come in. The nade damage, if he had stayed his ground, he would have had a huge advantage, at least in the first fight, to go 1-for-1. But he just decides to back up. He held it for as long as he could before he finally dedicated to evacuating the position. Double up setup for the ENCE defense again. 1-for-1 trade out towards Ivy, but Alu brings ENCE on top. And Aerial, he's been doing a good job on the CT side of finding some double kills, and they're going to be funneled towards Sergey.
Yeah, they wanted to go quickly, but that smoke, I mean, it should make them slow down. There's a second flashbang there, and there's some backup. Sunny coming in from C-Connector. That's some good fundamentals coming in from ENCE. They knew once both the orbs had been spotted down Ivy, well, maybe they go quick and Sergey just smokes it off.
And fading out the shot, but so many players in there. ENCE has been great at holding these rounds as long as there's not some kind of early train wreck going on. The only round, I mean, it's what? It's been a 6-1 run for ENCE to bring them back into this 13-13 position. And the only one they lost previously is when Mad Lions start the round killing 2 players. So ENCE, all you have to do is sit back. Mad Lions have not proven that they know how to break your defense unless you're doing something creative, unless ENCE is doing something aggressive. Mad Lions haven't been able to crack in. They haven't even gotten a bomb plant in this second half.
Yeah. I think that has to be the takeaway.
And that kind of a defense is the great equalizer of the CT and T economy. We know the T side is much easier, and especially when the losing bonus is built up and you're getting plants, every single round can be a buy round for Mad Lions. If you start denying those plants, it gets much harder for the T side to, I mean, they can still do it, but it's a much bigger risk. You're way more invested. I think did they just take 2 timeouts in a row?
Possibly, yeah. They really want to talk it over. 27th round. And yeah, at 13-13, but with the money on ENCE side, and man, they have such a good shot at doing this. It's also hard to deal with because that Ivy position is hard to do much with when Alu, and maybe both Alu and Yampi are going to be down there.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
Yeah, there was some confusion I noticed as well. Oh man. Betway odds, even more favoring ENCE at the moment. Again, this is for the whole series, not just for the map. But it's looking reasonable right now. They're certainly impressive. Ooh, that's actually an angle that previously Acor has been covering every single round with the AWP, but they don't have one. So Roy tries to run all the way down the side and gets picked off.
This is a crazy investment. Mad Lions need to get something out of this round. They force bought into it. 2 Galils, pistols, Bobski with 1 kill, but there's so many other bodies nearby. 2 on 3. Aerial's kept ENCE 1 man up, and he's even shoulder peeked and spotted Acor's position. He will go down, but Sergey and Alu have all the information to win this 2-on-1. And Acor certainly does not have another miracle in his back pocket.
No. Man, it was close to him catching Alu on that first turn around the train there, but didn't work out that way. I love the change of pace. I think it's a good idea for Mad Lions to try and go that aggressively, but yeah, they lost 2 players at the beginning, had to fight their way back 3-on-5, and that was tricky.
They can't buy. They can do it. Oh my god, they're gonna go for it. I was gonna say they can half buy Mad Lions, but a full investment would be crazy. So a hero Galil. How often, truly, Anders, this is peak Galil?
Yeah, that is peak Galil. I don't think anyone's ever done that. And I think that, to be honest, I think there's a reason why people haven't done this.
Because the gun just isn't made for it.
Yeah.
It's not made for it.
It's down, in fact.
It's not even recoverable.
When you say the...
Awkward.
When you say the words hero Galil, that's what comes to mind. Just walk in and die.
Aerial is in a really tough spot. Look at Roy's doing everything. Roy's opening this up. He's finally gone down, but he might be the only bright spot in this in this round. Acor's gonna have to try and book it towards B. It's his only option. 20 health, no armor. And they've already got Sergey here with an AWP, but Acor and Roy are doing a good job of providing something in this round for Mad Lions. This will be the first plants that Mad Lions have got in this second half.
Yeah, which is definitely part of the problem here. They do have a Molotov, and they don't even need it. Nice shot from Yampi. To me, it looked like Acor pushed Asilian down the ladder. It looked like Asilian wanted to get up, and Acor was like, no, we're going. But regardless, it'll be another round, 15-13. This is just a nice recovery. I think this is actually... Like, obviously, you know, this could have been the kind of ENCE where they start off and just, you know, like, they're at their high point from yesterday. But there's something great about watching them, you know, being able to have a lot of struggles and then just get a grip on the game and never let go of it. That's kind of a cool feature. Right now, Yampi at 23 kills, Alu at 22, Acor at 31 and 17. So...
That's the real heartbreak if you're Mad Lions. It feels like if they can't win this map, they're going to really squander perhaps the first great performance we've seen out of Acor in the Spring Showdown. We saw plenty at Flashpoint. But this has been maybe the first time that we've really had to call his name a whole lot. He's been fantastic.
So 2 chances right now for Mad Lions to try and get it into overtime. They haven't proven yet, really, that they can actually break this defense of ENCE. So they will have to have come up with something really cool.
When you think about this ENCE run, 8-1 in the last 9 rounds, it all started, remember, with a force buy from ENCE. They won that based off 2 kills from Alu's 5-7. Pop flash, ladder's under attack. They're already out. They're streaming out. No one had eyes on it. Alu's going to recover it. Holds the angle on the right side. Now the left. Good flick over. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and we have a 3-on-3 in the outer yard.
Well, but Yampi's down here as well. This A yard has just been so hard to deal with. There's always 4 people out here, 2 of them with the AWPs. And now Roy and Acor trying to bring it back, but Roy will go down. Acor, the last man standing in a 1 versus 3 to try and clutch it into another attempt. But yeah, the grenades are reinforcing him back. And they know exactly where he is. The bomb is all the way out there, so he can't really run away. He has to just go and fight it at 30 seconds left. I think ENCE have done it. What a fantastic return into this train map for them. 16-13 as they bring down Mad Lions in the first map in this best of 3. That was very, very well done. And yeah, just great resilience being shown here by the Finnish side. We'll see how it goes in the second map that's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
Please knife him.
Hey, how's it going, everybody at home?
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
For those of you guys who are tuning in, I want to give you a gist as to what this is. It's an interview about games inside a game.
I've got 2 more victims this week, and I can't wait to introduce them to you.
Yeah, you called me a noob. You called me a noob in 2016. Maybe it was just a joke, and then after that, I liked him again.
Jonas Gunderson is joining me today on the Hot Seat, the show where I'm going to ask very tough questions about NIP.
I'm a bit frightened by your intro there, but it's all right.
There's an Intercafe owner that paid me in Snickers bars to help fix people's PCs.
I usually have 20 to 25 minutes just stretching out the body.
Alige, it's good to see you, man. You're looking happy, you're looking healthy. Are you as happy and healthy as you look?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm gonna take some questions from the chat. So there's a lot of guys out there asking you some specific questions. What would you say Rocker have brought to the table as a coach?
If Issa was in my chair right now, he would say, nothing.
So is everyone happy the Creed got taken down?
Oh, of course.
This volcano has yet to have been explored on any episode.
Living life on the edge, brother.
Does Issa go to the gym with you guys?
I'm gonna leave Issa out to dry here. Like, he's terrible at joining me and Alexia and Manto at the gym. He's been lazy as fuck. Sorry.
and then he walks past me, and the entire back of his shirt is unironed. The whole back of his shirt.
If I keep it up, I might become the captain of the Valorant team, you know, so holding my fingers crossed.
Mindset. I think for us, it's a huge psychological thing.
And then you feet in the middle every single time. Let's go.
First time at Lobby, I actually insulted him in game. I'm sorry, Nico.
Did you call him a noob?
I actually did.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
I go first.
Okay, you can do it. I'm right behind you, man. I'm right behind you.
Oh dear.
I just need a sip of my chocolate milk.
Maniac and Scorning. Hello, boys. You're back. Yeah. What's happened to Lourdes? Oh, he's back. He's back. It's absolutely fine. No, no. I'm so sorry.
I have forgiven you already.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
That's all you needed, man.
Good night.
All right, see you, dude.
Now, Twister, you managed to take your map pick on Train, and it looked pretty damn good from you guys. I just wondered if it was starting to get a bit worrying there once they moved up to the T side and they got those 4 rounds chained together at the beginning. Did you start to think, okay, no, this is happening again?
No, I didn't. But I have to admit, I was a bit frustrated about the CT pistol we had, but it happens, you know. But I knew that when we get the money, we can get the game rolling, and we still have a good chance to take it, and we took it.
And real quick on Mirage, it looks like you'll be able to seal the deal potentially, because this is a good map for you guys as well. Are you surprised that they picked into this one?
In a way, yeah. But I was thinking that they might pick it, but I didn't count on it. But hey, it's a good map for them as well, so it will be a good match.
Da 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 da. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And so that was Twista, who was already speaking about how, you know, the trials and tribulations of this match have kind of settled in. This is the even match we were expecting. Mad Lions are fighting, but ENCE showing up, running it back. It looked grim for them at the beginning, but they managed to turn it around. So Thorn, what stood out for you from this match, my man?
It's actually amazing this was a 16-13 game when you consider it felt like every round the first kill was ENCE's. Like, you're not even supposed to be able to win rounds when that happens over and over again. Anytime you see these team stats we're getting with the metrics, all the good teams obviously have like 60-70% win rate when you're in a 5v4 situation. So I think it shows how much fragging Acor did to even get them in the first half. In the second half, like, listen, they got into sights sometimes, but it's no good getting the bomb. They're getting into sights when you're always at a man disadvantage. Like, the fragging on the side of ENCE was everything you would have hoped for. Meanwhile, my guys who I'm expecting to do the entries from Mad Lions, Roy, Bobski, where were they? Where were they in this game? Like, it felt like they were just missing in the second half for me.
It's fair. It's fair to say. It feels just like the pressure perhaps got to Mad Lions. Like, all of a sudden, they're starting to make scrimmy plays, trying to push smokes. I mean, Maniac, what was your take on it?
Well, first of all, I think that the score is deceptively close, right? If you think about how both of these halves began, Mad Lions were in the lead 5-1 as CT and 4-0 on the T side. Honestly, once both teams got to a full gun round, ENCE were just superior. I think they were superior tactically. I think, as Duncan pointed out, the fraggers actually showed up for ENCE, whereas Mad Lions, sure, they had Acor. And I want to give him props because, as I tweeted, I think he completely changed the course of that series. His frags, both on the first half and his pistol round, was the only or one of the only reason why Mad Lions had a fighting chance. So all in all, I think ENCE had a pretty complete showing. They lost the first few rounds, but when everything was maxed together, they were the better teams.
Acor stands out with 31 frags. So, I mean, definitely showed up making the difference, but it's much more spread, much more even across the board for ENCE. So equally carrying. We have a clip here from Acor as well in terms of the clutch.
Yeah, I mean, just talk about
and
the
Thorn,
skills
I mean,
in that
do you want...
Just look at the skill there is on both ends. You have Yempi here coming in with 3 quick headshots. You think that's it? You know, the round is over. ENCE will have it. Acor just playing around the side. He's just waiting for an opportunity. This should be over. This should be done. And he hits every single headshot. This is just mind-blowing. This bends the rules of Counter-Strike.
Can I just point something out, by the way? He's a terrorist and they're CTs. Why are they rushing him? There's a minute left on the clock. Like, what is this? Like, listen, it doesn't matter. They won the game anyway. But I agree with Maniac. Like, that could actually have been the difference maker in this whole series. That could, with a couple more rounds, have basically given Mad Lions the victory. If you just play that normally, there's almost no chance a Glock on its own wins that round. It doesn't have the bomb down. Like, that's an example of people just losing their mind in the moment.
Well, Thorn, I mean, the thing is, we focus so much on the headshots and on the gunplay. We often forget that there's a wealth of utility for teams to use, and Maniac has a clip to highlight just that.
Yeah, absolutely, and also highlight the good decisions made by ENCE, because it is true sometimes they lost their mind, but in a few of these rounds they had the right idea. Look at this, 50 seconds left, and that smoke over here is going to destroy the entire plan for Mad Lions. They wanted to do an inside fake into middle, but Ariel just placed behind the smoke. The easiest frags of his life. That's an entire gun round for Mad Lions. Look, they had weapons, they had everything, and it just falls apart, and then you have Sergey with the right positioning, grabs 2 quick kills, and that is it. One smoke decided an entire fate of a gun round on Train. That's gigantic, and it's just about when you use it as well. It's not just to smoke, it's to use it at 40 seconds, when it's time to accelerate, when it's time to kick it with a step 2, and that was beautiful by ENCE.
That's nightmare fuel when they have smokes left at 40 seconds. That's not what you want on the T side. But going into Mirage, gentlemen, we have very quick thoughts here before we get into the action. What are we thinking about Mad Lions on Mirage? Oh, we actually... and I'll open this up to Thorn. I'll open this up to Thorn to start.
I think this is a pretty good map for the Mad Lions. Like, since they've picked in a comfort, they now must perform on it. They can't think that the opponent's going to be weak. I actually think that from the fragging I've seen in the way that ENCE is playing, I think ENCE will have a fairly competent T side of their own. But I like the T side of Mad Lions on this map. I think it's particularly good. I actually really like some of the ways they take the B bomb site. I think they have some really nice executes there. So I'm looking forward to seeing a nice grind out game and get us to a third map.
Oh yeah. What are we making of this, Maniac?
I think Mad Lions still have a fighting chance, a true one, because one of the factors for ENCE winning that train was Yumpy also coming up very, very activated. He and Alu combined for 48 kills with the double AWP setup. I don't know if this is going to work as well on Mirage. I know Alu can just rock his world on Mirage with the AWP. He's done it time and time again. But Yumpy, not exactly sure where he plays and if he's going to have that kind of impact. So it's still out there. The third map is definitely on the cards.
Well, on that note, gentlemen, I think it's a good time to start getting into the action, because right now what we have are two teams very evenly matched, but what I'm hearing from the analysts is that ENCE are slightly favored. So going into Mirage now, we'll see. Are ENCE able to bring the double AWP to the fore, or is it going to be the Mad Lions getting the claws out and ripping the fins to shreds? We're going to find out after the break.
I want to talk a little bit to the esports world, but especially to you CSGO pros, about the Mamba mentality. I'm sick and tired of some of the things, some of the talking points that are coming out of these pro players. Like people saying, oh, well, I won a major, so what is there left for me to accomplish? Think it through. 2 majors, 3 majors. How about being the best you can be? If you could win 5 majors, if you could set the record, go ahead and go for that. That's what the Mamba mentality is about. It's about pursuing greatness. It's about building a legacy for yourself. It's about actually trying to be the best you can be, whatever level you're on. How about you actually try and develop your game, master your craft, leave a legacy? One day that money will be spent, and all that will remain is your legacy, what you actually did and how you lived your life. How about competing to take what's yours for yours, so you can get that money, you can secure that career, they have something to look forward to in their lives. I die for people, oh man. Will you live for yours? That's what I want to say. Mamba mentality, carpe diem.
Here we are. Map number 2 is going to be coming up. It's Mirage, and that first map was explosive, Jason. I love that. That was some great Counter-Strike being played.
Yeah, that was a really great map. I mean, A-Core had, what, 20 kills in the first half? I think after the second half pistol where he had that miraculous clutch, he had 24. However, that's all thrown away. ENCE recovered so well. They went on a huge tear on their own CT side. Their defense was dominant. So it was nice to see ENCE respond to adversity by coming right back at it and taking that map out of the hands of Mad Lions. 1-0 in maps for the favor of ENCE. They can knock Mad Lions down right here, right now, move on to those Spring Showdown finals. And here we go, on to Mirage. Mad Lions pick, they'll be starting on the T side and starting on defense.
Oh, yes, they are. And, I mean, this is a map where you can have some pretty good runs on the T side if you know what you're doing. Mad Lions, they've been very aggressive towards the B-bomb side of the past, and they're going to do it again. Roy and Akar are on the other side, but actually, yeah, they might just fake it. There might just be a little bit of a movement. Alu is dropped low in middle, and then they're gonna slow it down. They still have their grenades used, so I think that might have just been trying to There's just no real return.
Oh, this is a wild play from Yumpy. This is going to take a lot of time off the clock wrapping around in this fashion. He's going to go all the way to CT spawn. Acor is watching for a peek from this direction. So Yumpy coming around. 23 seconds on the clock. He's going to make contact, and it's going to be an easy kill for Acor. All that exercise for nothing. The big lead is now shrunk to just 4 rounds.
It's never for nothing, Jason. You know, you always get something out of it, even if you don't feel it. So, you know, got to get out there, get running.
Some calories.
Yeah, that you can burn some calories. You can invest into some pancakes later or something if you want. 12 to 8.
Now back to pistols we go for ENCE. All right. Well, I think Mad Lions is making a game out of this.
Yeah,
It's been 4 in a row since losing the pistol.
I would have been so much happier if they hadn't almost, you know, thrown away that 2-on-5 just now. That makes me more nervous.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Sergey and Yumpy almost brought that back. In fact, they might have done if Sergey just didn't get blinded at a really weird moment. There's Yumpy's Deagle. Oh my sweet Jesus. I mean, we were saying that Alu sold his soul to the chair. Yumpy's certainly done something to be gifted these skills.
Yeah, he's stayed inside all, I don't know, 14 years of his life, or whatever old he is. Acor going down. Oh, this is getting really awkward. Shush, he knew he had to take that fight, and he couldn't swing quick enough. Now it's real awkward here. Pistols that they're losing against 2-on-4. Bobski's getting in a position. He has, well, now he's the only one that could come up with anything. This would be a miracle clutch if he could do it.
He's got a chance. He's got a real chance. This is a bit scary if you're ENCE. You do not want to drop this round. There needs to be a peek from Palace at the same time, and good shot from Aerial with the AWP.
Again, man, the beginning of not the last round, but the previous one had me thinking, yeah, this is a nice shot. Really had me thinking, like, yeah, that's the kind of Mad Lions, and it was there for like less than a round. And then into this one, I don't know. I agree that if we see the, let's say, the quote-unquote real Mad Lions, yeah, whoa, there's the losing fan cam.
How do we
Great.
lose this round?
Yes, the pain. It gives me power.
You're right, Jason. It was better television, so there we go.
Yeah, it's way better.
We've learned something right here.
All right, 13 to 8. Aerial pushing down mid. He's got a couple players behind him in support. Another smoke going up in the window. And there's no money on the Mad Lions side. This is the map. This is the series likely. If Mad Lions can't convert this, I don't know if they're going to have enough to fight down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, they need this and the next many rounds. Oh, called in for a flashbang. Yampy turning around. What a great player he is. Almost getting the spray on Roy there. But look at how incredibly quick he is at making those decisions. And now Sunny has taken over the B-bomb site. Sergey is about to flank Shush over at the A side at the same time. Oh, and Shush actually turned around. I don't even know how that went down, but you could see it on the minimap. That was about to be the collapse of the round, but now somehow they're back in the mix. Great turnaround for Mad Lions. I actually thought this round was done for. Now it's Alu in a 1 versus 3. And he's got a chance. He always has a chance. Trying to do it with the Deagle instead of the AWP. Don't even ask me why. He's low on health now. They do have an HE grenade, and it could be finished with just the 1 grenade, which would be a little bit of a letdown. Alu's walked in front of the bomb site now, and he's just waiting for it. He's out in the open. Shush, again, a second away from peeking him, and there's the kill.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
What is he doing that whole round? Why is he using a Deagle?
I would tell you if I knew, Jason.
Oh no, and then he's just standing in the open with 4 HP. All right. Yeah, if Yumpy converted this second round, it was all over. I think the only reason ENCE can't really take advantage of anything is that round was just so chaotic and hectic that they weren't even in position to kind of take advantage of the fact that Sunny found his way into the B bomb site. There was nobody nearby to come and protect for support. I think he was even falling back to catwalk to be able to have more options available to the team, and just couldn't find his way there. 13-9. Mad Lions still in this.
Yeah, but again, not a round that gives you confidence, right? Like, not a round where you say, yeah, that's it, more of that. You just think, man, is there going to be any stable rounds? And even when they were against the Deagles, they weren't looking too comfortable. Bubsky with a nice deep angle into the hallways, which is fine if he get the first kill, but if he doesn't get it against Sunny, he's going to get run down and probably locked in here. So I would say this is maybe higher risk than Bubsky is currently perceiving. And there is an AWP back there as well. There's the first peek, and he's right out. So that makes it a little bit more safe.
Yeah, he got the gift. Sunny showed a little bit of shoulder before committing to that peek. And this all slows down. You do have Yumpy on catwalk as well, but again, it's going to be the op. Bubsky's relocated. Yumpy could get caught off guard. And ENCE haven't used their utility yet. They have 3 flashbangs, 3 Molotovs, and a smoke to help get out of this bomb site. There's the peek. Bubsky goes down eventually. One more player inside of the site. It's a Cillian. He's biding his time. There it is. There's the moment. And Roy is here, and if he goes down too early, they've got to be very careful. Good kill for Roy. And Alu with the op. Can't pressure him. Nice peek from Roy. Good defense from Mad Lions, and they're back.
Yeah, a bit close, but the fact that a Cillian gets the 1 kill, I mean, it just, you know, sometimes just even making yourself relevant in that sense could be super important. Yeah, this is good start. Good round from Bubsky. Again, not normally the one carrying the AWP. Don't know why it was him instead of a Cillian, but it's a choice they made, and it worked out fine. 13-10. Oh.
This is getting real sketchy for ENCE. They have not had a whole lot of success at finding entries in the second half, of finding opening kills. Yumpy was 20-4 at halftime. He is now 24-12 for those mathematizers out there. That's 4 kills and 8 deaths in the second half. Make it 9.
That's a critical kill for Bubsky, but he's still going to go down, giving up the AWP. Yeah, this could be absolutely horrendous. A nice Molotov in the middle of the site, catching Aerial. That's a free kill, essentially. But they still lose Roy. That AWP has been given over to Alu, and this time he's not going to use the Deagle. And we're all happy to see it as well. 2-on-3. Shush coming in from the one side. Acor now waiting inside of the kitchen, and he's just waiting for the timing there. Walking through the smoke as we speak. There's the flash as well from Shush to set it up. And now Acor going to come through. There was a big chance, and he actually did tag him up, but not enough for the kill. He needs Shush to come in and help out. He's out in the open with it. Oh no! Oh. That's a no-scope! That should be illegal! And now he's running into the corner trying to find it. Acor with one more shot. Can he save his team? He's got a second here. He sees the legs and he takes him down. What a ridiculous clutch. A quad kill. Acor is back at it.
He's the only one showing up right now for Mad Lions. That should have been a round for ENCE. They played it so well, if not for the no-scope. That is a round for ENCE probably every single time it plays out. I cannot believe it. I don't know if you caught this in the heat of the moment. Look at Aerial. You actually won't actually catch it. Hold the phone. Ugh. Even coming out of the spin as well to mess with his aim. The heads-up play to aim for the ankles. Aerial actually was burning with that Molotov in the side. He picked up the AWP, and he tosses it over to Alu, who's planting it as he's dying. That was a really heroic effort from ENCE, and I cannot believe Acor's kept them in this game one more time.
That actually slightly broke my brain. Again, the no-scope.
Did this break your brain? Because this broke me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. It's been a hard day for all kinds of reasons. This certainly has been. This game has been part of it. Some truly stunning kills that are coming out here. It's 13-11, and I think we just had a bit of a ping issue on a Cillian, so I'm sure he'll be right back. But yeah, wow.
ENCE are going to let this one slip out of control, aren't they? They're going to let this one go to a third map.
I mean, they very well could end up just simply letting it go. Which again, I mean, it's hard to say because again, you mentioned this a couple of rounds ago, right? The Mad Lions that we all love to see is definitely a couple of steps above this. And I mean, one of the differences surely would have to be when they're up against some of these rounds where it's just, you know, a MAC-10 or a Tech-9 or a Deagles, they can't be losing 3 or 4 players in those rounds. They have to have some rounds here that are a little bit more stable. I mean, just bringing up the scoreboard, you could tell there's been one round where everyone has survived. Otherwise, it's been 3 or less for all 7 of the rounds that they've been winning in the second half here. And that's a problem.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty impressive the way that they've been able to toe that line. They've been right on the edge in terms of their economy this whole way. Certainly, at the very least, these past 5 rounds or so, where they just haven't had the money, and it's going to be the same in this upcoming one. Acor is the only one who survives that round with his AWP. Roy's going to have to buy with 3,500, Bubsky 4,400, Shush 4,100. So when those buys come in, the economy's depleted right back down to 0. So ENCE, even in the fact that they've been losing and they haven't been able to convert any of these rounds into wins, as soon as they do, and they're this close to the victory, just 3 rounds away, that economic break is going to be really, really difficult for Mad Lions to deal with, if not, near impossible. So for Mad Lions, the next thing that happens in these upcoming rounds is you just have to win something clean. You need to survive with 4+ players so that you can build up a buffer so that a reset doesn't automatically just say, oh, okay, we have no money, ENCE wins.
Yeah, that is, hopefully that's what they're trending towards here. We do have Vasilian back on the server, so good tech fix. There he is, again, with beautiful background. So
Daddy's back.
He's there. This game has been just a real gift. I desperately want to see a third map. I think this is some of the most entertaining Counter-Strike I've seen in a while.
Yeah, this has been a really phenomenal game between these two teams, both maps as well. There's been some very cool stuff. Obviously, starting the start to this map with Yumpy. Both pistol rounds, Yumpy and Sunny doing some crazy things, but it's been all Mad Lions in this second half, which is really cool. We talked about it in the first half. We saw ENCE overcome adversity on their map pick of Train. We're seeing Mad Lions give it a very good shot here.
Do you know a little fun
here
story?
On Mirage.
In just the 15 seconds here. When we were doing that show match in Chicago, Yampy was actually one of the players I wanted to get, and that was like way before he was on, on ENCE or anyone else's radar. I wanted to pick like a crazy young fragger that no one had heard about because I thought it would be funny. But it didn't work out, but I tried. I tried my best.
Nice, so your fun story to tell me about was one in which you failed.
Well,
that's what you went with.
I have more of those stories, Jason. Bubsky is over by the ladder room. And he's the closest to middle. They're pushing down, doing exactly what ENCE were doing in the first half. Look at Shush and Roy. But if they're not quick about it, Yampy again with the entry. He is such a monster. It's so much fun to watch him play. Level of confidence on a very young player is amazing to see. Acor, lightning fast, taking down Sunny, and finally they got rid of Yampy as well. And now all of the pressure. No, wait a minute, Aerial, he's sneaking in the middle. They could still lose the round, and there's another flank. They're all flanking each other right now. What? I don't know how this is gonna go. Shush will get a kill. Acor taking down Aerial. How is he even checking that? I don't know. We're gonna have to see this round replayed like 10 different ways to even understand what just happened. Flankception, so.
Yeah, everyone's flanking. Flankers become flanking, and it's wild. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Flank steak.
This is a great kill from Yumpy. Acor again, just such an impressive shot. If he doesn't hit that shot, Asilian is occupied by the player jumping across, and he, at the very best, goes 1 for 1 as Yumpy comes up catwalk. Just an all-important shot to hit. Mid push. Yumpy brought down low, but of course he's going to go for the peak. Aerial has a big win, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. And Yumpy is alone in mid now, and he's got the bomb and 3 players trained on his position.
Yeah, Acor decided to back on out, and Roy will move back again. Yeah, Yampy did get very low on health there, so 4 on 4. If they win this round, then the money is gone for ENCE. If ENCE, on the other hand, do get the bomb plant, they probably will still just buy into the next round, so that bomb plant, I think, is the first step in the right direction for ENCE.
I feel like this half for ENCE is a little bit weak because they keep it feels like the real strength of this half has been them trying to get Sergey into play in Palace with some lurks, Yumpy on catwalk. But when you're not getting entries and when you're not getting picks, like these lurks and these players on the extremities just don't really have a whole lot to do, and it ends up they're just so far away from your point of attack that they can't even really help out. The T side's just falling a little bit flat for me down the stretch. And I mean, and that's a testament to just how well Mad Lions has played. The reversal that they've had from the first half on an individual basis is so impressive.
Well, last time Yampy got this really great kill against Shush, just lurking into the bomb side. This time he's going to get caught by Roy, so that's a bit annoying, especially when the bomb is down. And there's 25 seconds, so they have to commit to it. Sunny in the middle, he's, I think, the only one that could save them, and now it's almost impossible with Sergey going down. Sunny's going to get caught. Roy is having himself a hot moment here with a quad kill, and Alu is running away denying the ace, but that's wild.
It's just so flat. There's no strength in these attacks from ENCE, and the amount of times I've seen Yumpy, I feel, try and be the sole aggressor. Like, how in the world is Yumpy with 4 HP being the most aggressive player at the A bomb site at that point? That needs to be Sergey peeking from Palace. He needs to be the aggressor. That needs to be Alu with the AWP leading the way, or at least being there to bait and trade that 4 HP, covering something.
Yeah.
But it just feels like Yumpy's the one being aggressive, and then once he goes down, it's just silence for another 4 or 5 seconds as ENCE decides, oh yeah, we should probably get into the action.
And again,
and I don't know where their confidence has gone from the first half, but it seems like a lot of them don't even really want fights.
Yeah. No, I very much agree. It is a different kind of energy coming from ENCE at the moment. If they had had the bomb plan here, they would have had the AWP and 3 AKs, and then Yampy would have had Deagle or Galil or something like that instead, but the lack of a bomb plan just means they can't do it. So they have this AWP on Alu. I say run boost him into the middle right now.
Yep, that sounds about par for the course with your ideas.
So it's gonna work.
I like that. It's a bold play to get the hero AWP on Alu. I wonder where he's gonna take it. Looks like some A-ramp aggression from the defense. It's Yumpy on the other side. 3 Deagles, a P250, and that AWP on Alu.
I actually think Sunny and Alu are on a mission to find A-core, hoping that he will be aggressive, which, I mean, this is a pretty good bet, right? But this isn't one of the rounds. But I bet they were thinking, like, you know what, he's probably going to be around mid somewhere. Maybe he's even jumped down in the underpass. Let's just go, because he does a lot of those things.
Yeah, I think they're hoping to pick him off, obviously, in transition, looking for him to rotate either to the murder hole or, you know, in from jungle. And the fact that he's been out of it for so long, no one's been in window room for the past 30 seconds, means there's no reason for him to risk pushing in this late. And it's for this exact purpose. Someone can be posted up, someone can be boosted looking for that. And now Alu, I don't even know how he's going to be able to cross to actually help attack this A bomb site. Yumpy, as soon as this hit comes in from ENCE, the 2 players on A ramp from Mad Lions are just going to push down, or they can just sit there with safety. And the only player who can do anything about it is Yumpy. And if he loses one of those 2 fights that he's going to have, that's the bomb down, and with 30 seconds, it's likely the round.
A-core coming into the other side. Bobski's not that far away from middle. And Roy with the opening, that's a real problem. Great shot from Sunny, and he needed that follow-up. He had the right idea. It's a heads-up play from him. Shush, a little bit worried about getting shot at the back. That's the bomb on Yampy as well, so if he goes down here, well, then they have no time. Like, just 10 seconds left on the clock right now, so I don't even know why they're waiting this long. Yeah, round is done. Absolutely nothing they can do. I don't really mind the attempt, but Mad Lions were playing so defensively that ENCE could get just no fights to begin this whole thing with. Alu gonna save the AWP, and that's good news, but it's still 14-13.
Yeah, Mad Lions played that so well, just being patient, letting ENCE do whatever the hell they wanted on the other side of the map, everyone staying safe and far back. They knew they had the insurance policy at A ramp. They knew they had the insurance policy of the round timer, and they've finally taken a lead. For the first time in this map. This is their very first lead right at the end. And the nice thing now, we mentioned, #1 goal for Mad Lions like 2 or 3 rounds ago was making enough money to where you cannot just get economically shattered. They've accomplished that. They now have that second follow-up buy, and here's the aggression coming out for the defensive side. Sergey goes down in Palace. He's been ineffective there this whole half. And ENCE in a really tough spot.
Man, and you could see what the whole plan was. Alu's on the other side. He was going to go underpass to join them through middle. Sergey was going to come through apps, and then the other 3 were going to go A-ramp with the bomb and everything else. And that's just like, maybe you just follow through with it, but it's going to feel really weak when you don't have that one player up in the palace. Here they come anyway, throwing a lot of grenades. Some good counter smokes are coming out as well. And backup is here. I mean, Shush, Roy, and A-Core might be smoked off for the minute A-Core with the AWP, but look at Shush. He's got a really interesting angle here. And there's no one shooting with the back. That's where Sergey should have been. Sunny will get one, but he gets traded again, and that is going to collapse the whole thing. Alu's sneaking around over at B, but it's not going to do much, even if he got that kill. Roy swings for Yampi, who's the only one, again, who could try and be a hero here. 1 versus 3, and with 40 seconds, he's not even going to be able to cross. It's 15-13, ladies and gentlemen. We might well go to that third map, and we should all consider ourselves lucky if we do. This has been amazing. But they've won the last 7 rounds in a row, Mad Lions. They really want it.
I mean, again, when they've attacked B, Sergey's done nothing at Palace. When they've attacked A, I mean, that round, Alu has absolutely nothing to do in the B halls. These extremity players, ENCE is just having they don't really have a plan, it seems, to get all 5 players involved in any one round. It seems like there's only, really, with 5 players on the map, it's like 2 of them are just holding for something, and maybe 2 or 3 players are actually being proactive and trying to create opportunities. And that's obviously just not working down the stretch of this game. What a run from Mad Lions. This was 4-11 at the half, and they lost the pistol. Yeah. ENCE has had all the opportunities in the world, and now A-Core's going to push up and find a free kill. Good trade from Yampi, better trade from Asilian. And this is happening so far away from the site, Bubsky's already here. So the utility to delay and look at the rotation on the minimap. ENCE probably don't even feel like they can fall back, but they certainly can't go forward.
Yeah, this has been something truly spectacular. Again, looked like a really weak Mad Lions. Looked like they were capped at maybe 75% of their max output and just weren't really impressing us that much. And then they've snuck in 7 rounds in a row and have come roaring back into this game. I mean, they would have to summon a lot of strength to even make this halfway possible. Asilian waiting for them over there. And, I mean, they could guess a wallbang. You can shoot through the lip of the balcony there, but it's unlikely they will even try.
Sunny needs to start moving. He doesn't have any utility. He's at top mid. He needs to be involved in this attack. This cannot be 2 men trying to come out of the B halls on their own. That's going to be stupid looking. And he has no utility to throw any kind of a fake. So this has to be an aggressive fight for him on catwalk to take attention away. Otherwise, Asilian is just going to be able to end things.
Oh, the timing. Just as Popsky turns around. That's pretty unfortunate. Asilian there. Oh, a little bit wild spray, and there's a kill, but he falls right into the Molotov that shushed it through. 8 seconds left. If he gets interrupted, it's done. Sunny holding the ground. That is really impressive from Sunny. 2 big kills. And Roy, I mean, they don't actually have that much money. Save the M4. I mean, you've got so many. Oh, no, he's going to go for it. Straight up, you may have been right. He wants to fight it. I was wondering if this was worth it, but here's the smoke, here's the flash to set it up deep, and Alu's over there with the AWP, but there's a gap. Oh my god, they win the round 14-15.
Yeah, but Sunny really gave him a chance to win that 1 versus 2. Gave him a chance to play hero. I don't know why he's peeking into market like that. You had catwalk safe. You were in the corner safe. Play with your teammate, but before that, he wins 2 very important fights, or 1 important fight on catwalk. Obviously, this one covering the planter with 5 seconds left. And man, ENCE had to work for that one. As you mentioned, it was 7 rounds in a row before ENCE could finally get a 14th round on the board. 1 more. They have to do what they have not been able to do this entire half. They need to string a 2nd round together off the back of that and force overtime.
Oh, this is so tense. If it goes into overtime, you have to imagine ENCE are going to start to feel pretty revitalized. That was the first round that they had won out of the last 8. And if you look at the scoreboard, it's ridiculous. They've won 3 rounds in the second half, and it's all been really spaced out. Roy at 25 kills, Shush at 23. We said earlier he's someone we didn't mention a lot on Train, but normally a raw player for this Mad Lions lineup. And again, the ridiculous fact that Yampi's at 27 kills still really, really damn impressive.
Yeah, it is, but keep that in context, right? That he's not having a great second half, and I think that's a product of ENCE's game plan and attack on this map not being super effective and not being well thought out, but he had 20 kills in the first half. Second half, it's been 7. Yep.
I mean, to some extent, right, some of those kills he has had in the second half have been entries, right, over at the ladder rooms. So
yes.
They've been important kills at the very least. Oh, and look at the stack here. They see this coming.
They've been important, but not impactful, as they haven't even been able to convert them into wins. Here we go, Sunny in middle, trying to go for a lurk inside of that smoke. But Acorn needs to get flashed off this angle. There it is. Ooh, big win for Shush. They did challenge. And Sergey over in Palace, he took the fight. Finally, he's able to get involved. Yumpy's not going to clear under Dark. But where's the follow-up? It's been the problem this whole time. Sunny coming in a little bit late.
Yeah, they are really slow to do it, but they might have found the right formula anyway. Roy, I can't believe he gets that shot. They knew exactly where he was. Sergey's up above him, spraying through and not connecting. And Acor, he's locked in over there. Roy goes down, and then almost a shot. That could have been it. That could have been overtime right then and there. Acor hiding back here. He saved them with some great crutches a couple of times. Now, this might be an even trickier one. They know where he is. They have a couple of flashbangs. They're going to go for the bomb plant right in front of him, and he can't connect for the kill. He could guess Sergey's up there, but Sergey's playing this one very, very smartly. Not showing himself, not giving even an inch. And it's all on Acor. Sneaking forward with the AWP, almost walking into the line of fire there, but Alu's on the other side, and he lives, and it's overtime. Double kill for Alu, and yeah, here we go.
Man, they finally cracked it right at the end. That was a battle the whole way in. And yeah, Sunny, a little bit late to get involved in the action. And if you're going to be baiting, if you're going to be sitting back like that and lurking that to that extent, you need to produce. And he did. Double kill for Sunny coming up late through Connector. That's a beautiful one on Bubsky. And even finding a second. What a great kill onto Asilian. Had the opportunity. And ENCE have forced OT 15-15. And we'll see if they can continue the success in overtime.
Oof, yeah. They had the 4-man setup at A. It looked to me like you were saying, ENCE were a little bit disjointed, a little bit slow, and it didn't look like they were all going at the same time. And they still fight their way back into the round. 15-15. Man. If Mad Lions can't win the overtime, I can't even imagine how soul-crushing that would be.
Acor investigating for a gap in the smoke. It's not there. Ariel going to use utility to take control of Connector, although he doesn't push in. Good kill for Bubsky, and that's Yumpy. Again, as you said, probably the most successful ENCE player in this second half at finding entries, finding kills early on in the rounds, and he's going to be out of the fight.
Yeah, that's such an important early kill. Look at Roy. He's all the way in T-spawn. If they can just hold, if they can just not die here, Shush and Acor, there should be a pretty quick flank through the middle, but actually ENCE are going so quick, they might not even have a chance to fall back here. Shush, they're right in front of him, and he's lucky to be alive. He overextends just a bit, and I can't really blame him. Must have been panicked in the moment. Acor is holding this angle, and Ariel, if he turned it, he'd probably be dead. Roy coming in from the middle. Bobsky and Asilian are probably going to be the main force to cause a bit of a distraction, and we'll see how that goes. Some shots being rang out already, but the bomb is planted, and Roy is now walking in, and he's making, I think, enough noise. I think Ariel will hear it. Gonna smoke off on one side, so that might put him out of the round for a bit here. Sunny with some damage. Bobsky going down, and they're holding it well. ENCE, they might be right back in the round. That's a great cleanup. Nobody else goes down. Triple kill for Alu.
Now we have this scenario set up with this 10K start money in overtime. If ENCE can win this round, and especially if they can clean sweep it, the third round for the CT side of Mad Lions in this overtime is going to be with almost no weaponry. They're going to be right on the back foot. They have no money after this investment. That is the best take we've seen from ENCE and the entirety of their regulation and overtime T side. That finally worked out. Bubsky, aggressive in middle, big risk in a round in which you have no money to follow this up. Yumpy with nade in hand, gotta be careful. That flash is way too far for the rifles, and he gets caught. He gets caught not even considering a mid push, and they're punished for it.
I can't disagree. That is risky, but it's also a change of pace that ENCE haven't really experienced all that much. Like, that hasn't happened in regulation. I think they tried once or twice, Mad Lions, and they never found anyone there. So it's probably the first time ENCE has seen that deep of a push in there. So I'm not quite ready for it. All right. Sunny's quick.
Yeah, we had to assume it was just going to be a matter of time before he started showing off what he's capable of. Sunny and Sergey gonna circle back towards the B bomb site, but Shush and Asilian are pushing as well. Here comes the firefight. Sunny gonna turn the corner. Oh yeah, he is fast. They're never gonna expect Shush. They'll never expect Shush. Certainly not. There's knife out. There's the bomb being planted. There's the pounce. Double kill for Shush. We're tied up at 16.
Still a cool little reminder, isn't it, of just what Sunny could be. You know, even in a losing round like that, it's fun to see. Third round coming up of the overtime, last of the half, and then they'll switch sides, fighting to get to 19 rounds at the moment. And wow, this could be... Yeah, I mean, this could be one of the... I think this is probably one of the best games we've had so far in the spring series here. Really cool. Yeah, and this time they're rightfully a little bit conservative in the middle on ENCE side, waiting to see if anyone was going to come fight them. Not so.
ENCE being passive for the moment. Look how far back they are in mid this round.
Oh no.
They don't even want to be near any kind of a push.
Look at the grenades on Mad Lions. It's a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, they went for some early aggression with the utility. I think they're going to be okay with it. I mean, they don't have a lot to block off choke points. It's just Roy with the smoke who can do anything. That is a really weak run boost, and they're probably very lucky nobody's peeking anything.
Yeah, he stumbled into the middle, didn't he?
Roy has the only smoke to use for Mad Lions if they wanted to slow down a hit or block off a choke point, and he's boosted up into that B bomb site, so I mean he's not exactly going to give up that position to drop a smoke anywhere, but he can drop it in the front default plant spot. Bubsky makes noise, but they've already come past Yumpy. What a great return, even better from Aerial. But will they check Roy? Oh, he's giving it away. He's taking a shot at first glance, and ENCE have an opportunity to go up 2-1 in OT.
Every chance in the world at doing that. That seemed like some pretty crucial mistakes coming out. I don't mind that Bubsky went for the fight. He could have maybe had the double, but yeah, Roy definitely a little bit panicked at the moment. A-Court will go down right through the smoke, and Shush, absolutely no chance coming out of this one. If they fight him one at a time, sure, but I mean, hopefully they will discontinue that plan right at the moment. Yampy will take one down, 17-16 in the first half of overtime. Wow.
Now you can choose to do two different things, and you can blame Roy for trying to take a shot way too early and giving away his position, or you can give credit to Aerial. He one taps the guy playing at bench, and that is the guy trying, who's there to take attention away from Roy to make sure everyone is lured into attacking him and keep that position powerful. So the one tap from Aerial is incredible just as an isolated shot, but also in that the impact it has in breaking up that crossfire. That is the real strength that allowed ENCE to win that round.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. All of the attention that should have been on the bench suddenly was somewhere else. Here's the run boost into the middle, and A-Core will take down Alu. We talked about it earlier when it was ENCE on the T side, but yeah, A-Core and Mad Lions, they do that all the time. They're practically a circus act they've got going on in there.
I mean, A-Core is just one of the best players we have in terms of his movement. Obviously, he shows off the run boost that ENCE didn't pull off in the first half of OT, and he makes it look good. Now, ENCE have to be very cautious of how they play this. I'm not sure I like Sunny and Aerial being both of them being so committed to these B halls. That's a lot of players that are very far away, but they have to, if they don't rotate into position or if they don't get a performance out of Sergey to stop this hit, they need to just call for the save. They cannot put themselves in that awkward position. Sergey only gets the one. If he had transferred over, maybe the retake is on, but these three players just stay as far away as possible. You do not have the money to go for this.
Yep, I agree. Bobsky needs to not die in middle. And Yampy hanging around. Aerial is actually coming in from the other side. Now they're starting to sort of move a bit closer, and that's making me really nervous.
No. Don't do this. You're going to get lured into it. You're going to lose everything. Oh. You're going to lose it all. This is heartbreaking for ENCE.
Should have listened to the prophet that is Moses. And they didn't.
I mean, it's not that I'm even they just didn't have the position. A 3-on-4 to go for a retake is one thing, but when you're out of position like that, if you're going to go for a 3-on-4 retake in this kind of a scenario where your money is going to be a factor in OT, you'd better be in position to like battle for like to take one of those picks early on before the bomb gets planted. But if you're coming in that late and you're also still not in position, that's the issue.
Well, they have money to buy, but you can tell that it's going to be rough here if they lose this round. We're losing everything again. Bubsky will get Sergey, and I think Sunny could have gone down next. He's almost caught throwing grenades. Lucky to be alive.
Also lucky that Roy didn't pounce from Palace. But this is 2 rounds in a row in overtime where Mad Lions have found the opening kill in the first 20 seconds. Previously, the run boost from Acor. And now the aggression on A ramp very quickly. Here comes that run boost again. Yumpy didn't see it in the last round. He's going to get caught. It's the wrong time, but he drops down. What a shot. And he's going to get the follow-up. He tracks him with the leg shot, but Acor nails his.
That is unbelievably accurate from Yumpy. I can't even imagine how difficult that shot must be to hit. It's like he was holding a railgun instead. Sunny over at the A ramp, Alu and Ariel over at the B side, and that is not looking like the right move at the moment. Sunny might have to, again, at least get a double kill here. Good timing on the smoke, but behind him is where the real chaos is about to unfold.
And again, it's just one player here. It's just Sunny. Previously, it was Sergey. 2 players dedicated to this B bomb site, and it's going to be the other one. And now that they definitely have to save. Like Sunny, sure, go for a play. Do something that might give your team a chance at winning. Now they can go for it. Alu's rotating over.
Ooh, Bomb is planning in a strange position for where Acor is. Like, they can defuse it behind that box without him being able to see it. That could get a bit weird.
And Alu's got a smoke.
Alu has a smoke. Yeah, let's see. This could be heartbreaking right here. Mad Lions trying to get to 18, at least secure themselves double OT. Ariel is snuck in, but I'm not loving that plant position. That's making me really nervous. Oh, Asilian, he holds it down, gets the kill. Follow-up is here, inside of the smoke. 10-second defuse for Alu. That is not going to happen. And Jason, you said save once again. They had a chance maybe in a 3-on-3, but it's been taken away along with all of their money.
That round was more likely than the first. If they had saved at the first, this loss in the second round of overtime wouldn't have been as painful. But now you're in a scenario where you've got absolutely nothing to play with. 2 SMGs, a deagle on Yumpy, shotgun on Alu. All right, let's see where you position these little pea shooters.
I mean, this can work, right? We could still be going to double OT, but it's less likely now. Sergey moving up aggressively with the MP9 again. That's a good way to get it, into a position. That Mag 7 is on Alu. I kind of wish he was playing B with it. You could jump and shoot over there. It's actually a tradition around that. Roy could be maybe overwhelmed. I don't know why Sergey's not moving forward when Sunny is. I feel like they should both be trying to time that. But Sunny and Roy are about to bump into each other, and oh yeah, he saw it. See again. Sergey could have been there. Has he timed out? Has he fallen asleep?
Nah, he's just finished.
All right. Chilling.
Remember, Roy saw that aggression so much in the first half at regulation. So, you have to think, just to begin with, if you win those first 2 rounds as T in overtime, because of the low economy, it's likely there's something creative coming out, and he's already seen the aggression. So, very prepared, and this time Yumpy's missed the mark.
Oh, no!
Oh my god, no! He's gotten 3 kills with a UMP. Like a charging bayonet, and it's a 2-on-2. ENCE have a real shot at this.
I can't even understand it. He was running and gunning with it, and it just worked perfectly. Sergey and Alu coming in all the way from the hallways here. This is still a very unlikely round for them to win, but they've got a shot at it. Deep grenade gonna go out. It won't kill anyone, but could soften up Bubsky a bit. Time is ticking. Alu's the one with a kit. Great headshot on Roy, and now low on health is Bubsky, hiding inside of the smoke. They know he's there. They almost take him down, and there it is! Oh no, double OT! As a triple UMP kill from Ariel will save ENCE.
That's so silly. I am amazed that that's panned out. 3 versus 5 into a 2 versus 2, and what a clutch. 31 kills on Sunny and Yumpy, 33 kills on Roy. That is unreal. He could have even had a 4th. It was almost there. It's great. It is fantastic.
Oh man, Mad Lions have aged like another 6 months in the span of this one map. It's just been so trying for them. And now Double Orb is back for ENCE. I mean, this is the issue. They just had them. It was the perfect setup for it. They basically had a position here where they had the money low on ENCE in that third round. It was everything. You're not guaranteed to get that again. ENCE could go into this one winning all 3 rounds on their CT side.
Yeah, that's a really good point, especially when you consider both CT halves are what 11-4. So I mean, even the fact that Mad Lions went up 2-0 in overtime is a bit surprising. They've got all the money back now, but again, double up setup in the first round of this OT. ENCE going to really risk the overtime economy here right off the bat. But at least you've put it in you know, Alu, your star opper, and Yumpy, your star player who's having one hell of a game. Him and Sunny are pretty much matching production. Same amount of kills, same amount of deaths.
Alu here, walking right into this shot there with Shush. Just a pretty common way to peek that corner, but really effective. A lot of noise being made, and Sunny, he will be ready for it. Almost goes down anyway. That was dangerous, but the return is even better. That's in middle and over at the Palace. Sergey taking down Bubsky. And wow, yeah, like I said, the problem is now that economic threat is not going to be present for ENCE. Roy, though he's been doing a very good job, this is too much to ask for.
Yeah, he's quietly got up to 34 kills, leading the server. Gonna try and go for the plant, and Sunny with low HP does not want to peek and risk losing the weapon. So Yumpy's gonna finish it off as he closes the gap on the frag total of Roy. He's at 33 with his double kill. And ENCE is gonna be living the dream. 19-18. Magic number is 22 to win the map.
Fantastic start in double OT for ENCE. Again, buying that double up, risky for the economy, but winning the first round with it means you just suddenly feel much better about the whole scenario. Yeah. And there's a round where Mad Lions never really saw what they wanted to do. They just got picked apart.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think, you know, was it a Cillian battling in the window room? I think that was looking like there was going to at least be able to find an advantage there with that fight against Sunny. And by the time that fight kind of cooled off, 3 of his teammates were dead. And that had to have been tough to deal with. Acor going for the peek, and Aerial was hoping for some cover, but good utility usage from Mad Lions. And nice smoke to put out the flames that were going to kill Acor. He's down to 14 health.
Also worth noting, both Alu and Sunny were blocked off with smokes to actually they couldn't swing to save Aerial, basically. Otherwise, I think they would have loved to have taken advantage of all the chaos there. Oh, look at Roy.
Oh no, Roy's gonna press the issue. Sergey just cleared this as the smoke disappeared. So Sergey has no idea, or does he? Right at the end, he caught the indication, but Roy had an advantage for some time. I like that play from Roy.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. And again, you could see it was a second away from working out. Sunny taking a little bit of damage there, but look at how far up Sergey is. That's unless if Cillian comes this way and wins the fight, then it's game on. But if he goes down, how do you push up from connector knowing that there's a guy in Palace who will never show himself until the rest of the team is there? And oh, this is a hard position to clear. Cillian, he's gonna do it anyway. What a magnificent shot there.
What a god. It's all on Alu. He's at least got to get this kill from Cillian, but Cillian doesn't have to show himself. He doesn't need to peek because his teammates are already protected. So Alu creates himself some space with his own smoke, but that's not going to let him delay the plant. Yumpy coming through. Oh, a missed shot. He stops the bomb. Good response from Acor, but 15 seconds on the clock. This is doable. Yumpy might have just saved ENCE one more time, and Sunny is hiding. Alu's got it done. Double kill, 20-18.
What a devastating way to lose a round. That, to me, looked like it was about to be purely silly coming out from Yumpy, running through the smoke, risking it all, and only getting the one kill. But then it turned out, yep, it stopped the bomb, and then it all just fell apart. What a critical shot coming in there. 20-18.
And remember, as good of a game as Acor's had to help them back into this, he missed a shot on Yumpy during that sequence that would have stopped him from killing the planter. Yep. He got the follow-up, but the bomb on the ground with 15 seconds just causes way too much havoc.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
Oh, my dear God. This game is so crazy.
It really is. He had a grenade out, and I mean, he got the kill, I guess, in a way, but
What?
No one's in B. And Yampi and Alo showing up inside of the kitchen. Good shot with the 1 AWP now. That smoke is up, but not going to slow him down. He wants to keep going. Like another double kill. He is out of control. And Alo will get the one there. 21-18. Yampi is such a superstar.
I can't believe it. That's ridiculous. Listen, like if you go back to that first T-side overtime for Mad Lions, I think they got the opening kill 2 of the 3 rounds. They got the opening kill here in this second overtime on their T-side 2 out of 3 rounds again, and they're not able to close out any of those rounds. They've had the opportunities in overtime to get some kind of a powerful lead, but instead it's ENCE who's got 3 chances to shut this down. And remember, at the end of their T-side in regulation, they figured this out. They figured out how to win rounds. They struggled throughout the entire half, but they won the final 2. They won 2 rounds in overtime as well. Let's see what they've got here. 3 chances.
And they're going to go quick in middle. They want to knock them out while they're off their balance. Shush and Akor are about to be crunched here, but Ariel and Alo open up. Akor with 1 in return. Roy comes in with a big one, but it might not be enough. Asilian alone in a 1 versus 3. The knockout punch. They get it in double OT. 22-18 as ENCE send Mad Lions out of the tournament. That's a bold play, but I absolutely love it. They wanted to settle. They're not even going to get a chance to feel comfortable here on the CT side. Let's bring him down. Let's take him out. What a fantastic best of 3 we just watched. If you missed it, go back and see it. Man, there's going to be taught a lot about that. That will be from our analyst, and it's coming up after the break. Stay tuned.